Well, good evening, beautiful women around the world. This is Dr. Dade coming at you from Costa Rica. And we are here on location enjoying our wonderful Pura Vida girls trip. And being on location, we will be doing this podcast with the title, Getting Old Ain't for Sissies. And it's kind of just the beginning of a regular podcast that will happen monthly. This podcast and all that we do around well-being and working with empowered women is sponsored by our company, Multicultural International Development Company, which we call MDC. So, let's get it on. We're about to have a really good conversation, breaking down what it is and what it feels like getting older and knowing that we ain't no sissies. All right. Okay? All right. So, let's start the conversation. What do you think about that? When I say getting old ain't for sissies, and mind you, I have these beautiful women who may look like they're 25, but we're all over the age of 50. And I can say I'm over the age of 70. But anyway, back to business. So what do you think, ladies?
I want to put something out there. Can we define what old means?
Hey!
Because old kind of gives you a negative kind of, right? So you think negatively about that word. So let's talk about what the word old means.
Well, Sister Leah, that is actually a saying that was taken from one of our other sisters' grandmothers who used to always say that getting old ain't for sissies. And she would talk about the fact that her knees would ache and so on and so forth. But in this new sort of generation, I think you're absolutely right. Defining what is old. Because I don't feel old. How about y'all?
No, old is not nobody here.
No, it's not a number.
So we're going to keep the title just because Grandma, and we love our elders and our ancestors. So with the respect of understanding that, we're just going to break this whole notion of being old tonight, if you don't mind. So Leah, does that answer your question? And can you expand upon what you would like to be referred to as your seasoning up these days?
So that's a good word, seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do feel seasoned and wiser, better, stronger, smarter. So I see it more as a positive place to be right now. And so that negative, like as you repeated the title, getting old isn't for sissies. I kept thinking, but I'm not old. And I don't
Amen.
feel old.
So that's the gracefully answer.
Exactly. So I guess I would say I'm seasoned.
Okay. Any other wonderful ways that we can identify ourselves in this beautiful time of life? Yes. Shoshana, Sister Shoshana, what do you have to say?
I like to say that I'm aging backwards.
Kind of like that
Benjamin Bob.
Okay. All right. Any other?
Just as far as I feel good. You know, I have little aches and pains like anyone else typically, but I feel at being 50, I don't get me wrong, I have a lot more work to do, and being here is helping with some things that I'm going to take back and work on when I get back.
Shout that out. Speak out loud so everybody can hear.
Yes, so coming here, of course, and learning as a group, speaking individually with the ladies, hearing the good, the bad, and the ugly, I'm going to process it all, and then I put it into perspective of what will work for me. So we got a lot of techniques that we learned, breathing techniques, tapping, things of that nature, and it's taking what we learned from here and using it when we get back. If we get back and don't do anything, then we just came on a trip just to
switch gears a little bit, and I'll kind of share a little personal story, but I'd love to hear somebody elaborate on it, right? So, as I'm becoming more and more seasoned, I see more and more gray hair. And I'm kind of betwixt and between if I should keep dyeing my hair. I know that putting that dye in there, especially out of the box, it's making my hair a little thinner. But I like the way I look when it's the color that I like. Any suggestions on that?
Yeah,
What you got?
I colored mine.
Okay, this is Sister Nettie right now, folks.
Lynette, aka your girl Nettie. Now, look at my hair now.
And let the world hear.
If you look at my hair now, it's gray. I hid my gray for a long time. I wore ponytails for several reasons. One, ponytail gives you an instant facelift, and my hair, if you can see, is black around the edges and gray on the inside, so I can hide my gray. But then the young folks started going around with all this gray. I'm like, hold up, I got my own gray, so I'm in fashion. And I said, you don't have to speak
So
it
I
up.
should be proud.
Yes.
Okay.
They
well,
trying
that's
to
not
be like
based on
us.
age. Well, you heard it
They're
from
trying to
Sister
be
Nettie.
like us.
Okay, all right.
And so,
Well, can I take it to the wrinkles then? Because I'm noticing I'm getting more and more wrinkles
okay.
as I go along here. I'm
And
like, dang,
then
man, I got
That part too, wrinkles in the face. I let my hair grow out. You just chopped off too, and I do that once a year too. But I let my hair grow out, even if menopause has got me 3 strands up here. I yank them 3 strands up, and I pull that ponytail up, and put me a braid or something on there. Let me tell you about. You hear people wear a severe ponytail. Now I understand. It is an instant facelift. You don't need to go and get no cutting. You go like this. Let me tell you how many years. Let me show you. Act like you got a ponytail.
Yeah,
You see how many
I like
years?
them.
You see that?
Now that does pull the hair back a little bit.
You pulling, you gotta be, that's why they say it's severe. And now they got that edge gel, just don't use it in 85 and 86 degree weather. Because it melt and run down your face. But if it's cold outside, see, I do it in the wintertime months. You know, and even with these 2
Get
inches
these
of hair,
tidbits.
even with 2 inches of hair, you brush it up a little bit, lay it down. Brush it up a little bit, lay it down. Wrap it, stick it, it works. Put a little whatever. I take the gray hair, roll that, and break that sucker up, do it in a bun, and swoop, I go out, and I'm just in fashion like everybody else. I ain't no sissy.
Okay. Ain't no sissy going on over here. Sister D.
Yes, because I'm thinking.
Because I'm trying to come to, I want you to, expand on the gray hair, but I got something else for you. Since you seem to be the sexiest one in the crowd, she lays that sexy one thing on. I mean, Tashawn's right behind you, But as we were watching ourselves do our little modeling of who got the Pura Vida t-shirt? And nobody has their t-shirts on right now. But, so Sister D, who happens to be part of our team for MIDC, and she likes to lay it down, give the wisdom. Can you tell me how you stay so sexy at, we're just gonna say 60-something?
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, aging ain't for sissies. First of all, but it's also a mindset, right? It's your mindset because if you feel old,
I can't hear you.
really,
I can't hear you.
if you feel old, you're gonna act old. Oh, sorry. If you feel old, you're gonna act old. So aging is not for sissies. Yes, my hair is completely gray. My head is completely gray since I was 45, 46. I started graying at 19. And so it is now, I'm fully gray, but yes,
Ooh,
I washed that gray right
Out
out
of
of
my
my
hair.
Because if I don't feel like I want to look aged, I shouldn't buy into the fact that because I'm over 60 that I shouldn't look aged. When I was growing up, I looked at my mama, my grandmother, my aunties. Oh my God, they looked like they were 90. They were only 40. I'm just saying, right? So in my mind, I didn't know they were 40-something or 50-something. I'm thinking these people 70 and 80 years old. Duh, I was wrong. So why at this stage of the game where we have all the options of actually keeping ourselves looking healthy, feeling healthy, we have at MIDC our wellness renewal retreats, our girl moments, all the things we do to keep each other looking and feeling loved, healthy, supported. Why would I let any of that go? And so yes, I'm my Benjamin Buttons along my sister. Go ahead.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
I'm Benjamin Buttons it all the way. Well, not back to the womb, but yeah, I'll be 35. Shoot, I'll be 35.
Hey. Well, I'm sitting here next to Doc Davis, known as Sassy Melba. And I want you to tell us, Miss Sassy, how you keep that sassy going over the age of 60?
Keep it moving. Got to keep it moving. Yoga, pickleball, working out, riding my bike, staying active. Got to keep it moving. Even when the knees are bad, back hurts, just keep it moving. You don't have to move fast, but just move. Just move.
And when we actually did see, I'm sorry I took away the sexiness and just picked 2 of our 10 women because we were seeing all kind of hips fly and everything in our little modeling this afternoon. So, and this one here, Doc Davis, she gave us the move, shaking the hips. So keeping it moving.
She
You
went
see what I'm
low.
saying?
She went low.
Right,
Okay.
she was on the low. Okay, well, let me turn to Sister Deborah. Because Sister Deborah and I, we right. So when we're talking about well-being, Sister Deborah, in the context of not being sissies, what kind of wisdom can you throw on the world of women out here?
Okay, so what came to my mind about
And let the world hear it.
what came to my mind when you said not being a sissy, the first thing that came to my mind was intentional. Because you have to be intentional about everything in your life. So you have to be intentional about how you want to live. Like I said, mindset. What is my mindset? Because it is so true that the body follows the mind. The mind is first. So if that mind is elevated, that mind is young, then that body will follow that. It's like when you have to go to the bathroom, the mind is first, you go to the bathroom. You want the coffee, the mind is first, you go to it. Everything is that. So I am intentional about it. At the same time, I
Y'all
want to
hearing that?
I want to be okay with myself, right? So even though I am, and I don't use old, I don't even think about my age at all. I don't want to think about that.
Maybe we gotta scratch that.
I don't
from
want to
the
think
title.
about my age at all. I want to think about my lifestyle, quality of life. I want a quality of life. As I aging backwards, I want to be strong and vibrant, and that's how I'm thinking of it. It's in my mind, but that's my wisdom.
Okay, well, that's her wisdom. She threw it down. All right. Well, Sister Yvette, as you were talking about this life you live in Louisiana, and how the men really know how to make a woman feel good because they're always saying how beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I might just have to move to Louisiana. My homegirl sister over here is already moving to Louisiana.
I think that once I moved to Louisiana, I felt a freedom. And so every man around me noticed that freedom. And that's what the attraction was.
Okay, even
And
over
it-
60,
and
even over 60?
Even
That's
over
happening?
60, it doesn't matter the age, you smile, you blink your eyes. My daddy used to send us in the store and say, to my sister say, speak in French, they'll give you whatever you want. And he said, Yvette, you blink them brown eyes and get what you want. So that's what we did. And I have a bad habit of, I'll be talking to him and I'll be like, what did you need? And they do what you need. So I think it's a lot about, as a woman who is now in her 60s, I use everything that I have to get what I want.
Whoa, you heard that right here.
That was a-
Right,
yeah,
you heard that
yeah,
right here.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to turn now to Sister April. Now, we've been on this retreat, we've been to the wellness center that provided zip lining. And two of the sisters in here, Sister April and Sister Mary, they were bold enough because they were old enough. Oh, we're not gonna use, we're scratching that old word. Okay, all right. And so I want you to tell the world of beautiful, mature, seasoned women out here how that came to be, how you just felt so free in your beautiful, young, seasoned age to go ahead and zip line.
I think that when you are seasoned, you need to do something with it. So try new things. You already did probably a lot of things already, but now be more adventurous. Don't stop living just because you have some years, which mean nothing, because I can outdo a lot of younger women.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
And do better, so that doesn't give me any hang-ups. I am who I am intentional, and I will make it happen. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it. Now, to double down on that, I'm gonna pick your partner who ziplined with you to add a few more words of wisdom on how she looks so good. Now, again, we're talking over 60. Sister Mary?
I'm not quite over 60.
Oh, you're getting there, you're getting there.
No, yeah. So,
Oh, you're right
you
there.
know, after being here with all of y'all, everybody is 60 or so, except
Oh,
T.
now, yeah, don't take that from T.
No, except T. It's so much different having this conversation with women my age versus not. And it's so refreshing to have the camaraderie. We all have experienced lots of stuff. We all have lots of advice to give each other. We have laughed and cried and just learned and accepted each other where we're at and given grace and given each other a push to be better. To be better. And I'm so grateful for this trip. I came here for sisterhood, and I got sisterhood 100 to 100. I mean, I'm just feeling grateful and blessed and just sitting here listening and laughing.
Yeah.
And I've gained friends that I'll see not just on our renewal trips, but all the time. And we have so much in common, and I just love it.
Absolutely. Now, I think you've heard from each and every one of us just by way of lending your expertise through some of the questions that I prodded. But I wonder now, is there something else that you feel like you want to add to this beautiful mix today?
I'd like to hear from Sean, actually.
Oh, well, to Charlotte, yes. I know you spoke a little bit early on, but yeah, I'd like you to go ahead and give it up.
I'm feeling right now.
I can't hear you.
I'm feeling good all over.
Ooh.
You guys know that song. So
That's
I'm
right. I mean,
feeling
it's not-
good all over. Right now, I feel like I'm on a natural high. A natural high. So,
Yeah, I can sing that too.
yes, we can play that song when we're done, but I really feel amazing at this point right now sitting here.
All right. Okay. I'm looking in your eyes.
I guess one of the things I want to say is that I feel more empowered at this age. I feel wiser, smarter, much more knowledgeable, capable, whatever word you want to throw. I'm there than I was 20, 30, 40 years ago. So I find that where I sit right now is probably the most comfortable spot that I've ever been in.
Yes.
Me too. And, you know, to be able to back to what I was saying about the season in the beginning.
Can I hear you?
Yes, you can hear me. I was thinking about a pot of gumbo. When I was younger, first married, my husband was living in New Orleans. Gumbo is a staple down there. And so I began making pots of gumbo, and bowls would be left on the table. You know, it was okay, it was good. But now, 40 years later, cooking many pots of gumbo, people come to my house to eat my gumbo. I got the best taste of gumbo that I could possibly make.
Looks like calling you the gumbo.
Right, every time I go to Florida, my daughter-in-law says, Mama, make me a pot of gumbo. And I watch her face as she's sitting there. And when I look at them, I think about how far I have come. And so when I talk about season, I talk about it in many ways.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like I am seasoning, and that I'm sprinkling my seasoning. Now I can, because earlier my seasoning might have been salt and pepper, but now my seasoning is so
The bag for a napkin.
right. And so I just feel, like I said, empowered, very empowered where I am right now. And so this to me is the best time of my life. I wouldn't
Can we
wanna
get an
be-
amen?
Right.
Amen.
Right. I wouldn't want to be younger right now. You know, I welcome the continuation of the aging process, and I hope to continue to feel this joy and this greatness as I continue to age.
I'm gonna jump in that bandwagon because it's in alliance with what we talked about.
Can we hear you though?
Yes, I'm gonna
Can
jump.
I get New Orleans? I heard, what is it? You heard me? You heard me?
I can align with you in the way you're feeling because, like I said, whatever day we're talking, I have never felt so free.
Yes, absolutely.
I have never felt so free where I don't care about nothing. It's now my time and my turn.
Yes.
So I have learned to say no because aging ain't the sissies.
The sister.
They don't like it, but I've learned. I've learned to tell people what I want because aging ain't the sissies. Okay? So with that said, I am free to be me all the time with my gray hair until it's colored because I don't always get to it. I'm gray back here, till back here, and I'm black in the rest. And I'm still kind of cute. That's not
Okay,
you know, still kind of cute, right? So, but you know, I'm gonna go black my hair because I am not ready to be fully gray. I understand that aging is not for sissies, and I am not a sissy, so I will do what it takes and keep on doing what I'm doing to keep on making myself feel the way I feel. And I love myself more than I didn't not love myself before. I love myself now.
Amen
And
again.
I am taking charge of that love.
All right.
Thank
Well, we
you.
only have a couple of minutes left to wrap up this wonderful, podcast today. Who would like to kind of wrap us up in this beautiful conversation?
Let's
Everybody
hear you,
look at-
Lynette. Let's hear you. I don't feel like I heard enough of you.
Ooh, girl, I talk all the time, but okay.
Tonight.
We're gonna wrap it up
Okay.
in a minute.
Okay, so what I said earlier, I talked about the embracing the gray hair
Yes.
and everything else.
But I can't hear you.
Okay, so I talked about the gray hair and everything else and how you feel. And I've gone through weight up and down. And I always tell everybody, whatever the size I am, I'm sexy because sexy is a state of mind. If you do not feel sexy, you will not be sexy. My husband is blind and can't see what I look like. I dress for me. My stuff will match my shoes, my earrings. I will match. And he say, did you match everything? I try not to. I don't come downstairs from my bedroom without being fully dressed every single day. What's taking you so long? I don't go downstairs, run to the sink and do nothing. If I'm not dressed, I'm not coming downstairs. When I come downstairs, I'm ready to go. And if I don't get up and get dressed, I don't feel like I have the energy to go. If I stay in pajamas all day, I'll never do that. But I'll feel like I don't sleep all day. And so, like Deborah said, you have to be intentional. It's all mental. I talk to myself. If y'all was with me with that horse, I talk that horse all the way up that hill.
It do horseback riding, folks.
Yes. If you were with me in Bawana, which is the golf cart, I talk Bawana all the way through. I talk, and I guess Deborah always told me, words are real. Watch what you say. Words are real. If you know about the book, The Power of the Spoken Word, you know, that's real. I tell my kids, quit saying, talk about what you don't have, because that's the power of attraction. You got to speak what
Everybody's
you
hearing
want.
that out there.
You got to speak what you want. My son is on Broadway today, and he has gone around the world singing and dancing on the ships and everything. I have a recording when he was 5 years old. He said, how am I going to make my dreams come true? He said, I'm going to talk about it all the time. We played that for his high school counselor. My son has seen the blue water, I don't know how many times, because he has sung and danced on the blue water. He's on Broadway right now, because that's what he said he was going to do. We put that into them. I can't say I took all the advice.
And so that's an important piece too, because most of us do have children here. And we've poured a lot of love and continue to do so with our children, our nieces, our nephews, the younger generation. And now it's time for us. That's why I'm gonna leave it at that, ladies.
Because aging.
Because let's say it all together. Because